Alright, on the play, which is pretty overpowered with this deck. 3 lands, which is 1 too many. 2 creatures, and the Bushwhacker, which is one that you really want to save, which is too many. But I'm still going to keep. Because mulliganing to 6 to try to get more creatures means you want to draw like exactly 3 creatures, plus 2 lands, plus a spell, which is pretty unlikely to get exactly that distribution. 2 lands, 4 creatures could also potentially be better than this hand in some cases, but it's better to just trust your luck of drawing well than it is to trust your luck of mulliganing well. And if we have to get rid of 1 Goblin Bushwhacker on turn 2 just to be able to attack for 5, then that's actually not the end of the world. Alright, that looks like what we're going to do. Now we have a nice 1/1 to get rid of in case they Chanter's Edict us. Or Innocent Blood us. Let's see what they're about to do. Disfigure. And Aqueduct to pick up their gain land. Okay, well, we drew 2 lands in a row. As an 18 land deck. Not super likely. Something like less than a 1 in 10 chance of happening, I believe. And now we get to even have more fun because we got to skip a draw step because of this rat. And because we know they have rats, we're going to be playing out all of our lands every single turn for the rest of the match. It looks like the standard blue-black flicker control so far. I know we've only seen 2 spells, so that's not saying a lot, but oh my. Draw 2 lands in a row, and then Chittering Rats us to draw 2 more lands in a row. Get you out of the way, just so they can't flicker it or use it as a blocker. And now we need them to have all lands in hand for the rest of the game and us to just draw incredibly well. Like Bushwhacker, Bushwhacker, Bushwhacker. Mulldrifter. They go to 6 cards in hand and we draw a land. Okay. This one's done for. And sideboard. Alright, so we're going to want our super special Pyroblast to get in here. And I think I will cut out the Chain Lightnings and the Fire Blast. And we'll submit. Get to play first. Again, hand is keepable. Hope for no Hydroblast. Bash for 4. And now we just need a Bushwhacker to go Cohort plus Bushwhacker and win the game. Because then Heel Cutter after that will clean up. Alright, they have to discard a hand size because they played a bounce land on the draw. Mulldrifter goes away. Well, we could do Heel Cutter, but that would leave us tapped out, so let's go Conscript, Hold Up, and Pyroblast. Although we're not really that scared of blue spells here. We're scared of Chittering Rats, scared of removal. I guess this counters Seagate Oracle, which is nice. So we'll see what they have. Also counters Counterspell if they try to counterspell our dashed Heel Cutter next turn. Alright, there's the Seagate Oracle. You can just leave us all the way alone. And that should be game. I could hard cast this because I have the mana to, but obviously I'm going to dash it for the 3 extra damage. Goblin Cohorts can't block this turn. And now even if they wrath the board, I have haste in my hand to win the game. Preordain. bottom and bottom. Okay, they're not dead to just the heel cutter now because they gained a life. And they concede. Alright, excellent. Double Pyroblast, but only one real creature in hand and one endgame creature. Well, this is sort of like game 1. 3 land, 2 creatures, 2 spells. We just have to draw a little bit better. That means our first 2 draw steps can't be both hand. Conscripts, okay. Drew a non-land, that's a good start. Another 1-drop would be nice here. Alright, let's go Brawler Cohort. Notice Figure is excellent for us. Now we can go 1-drop into Bushwhacker next turn. Get rid of this thing, because I plan to have multiple creatures for the rest of the game. If they remove everything except for one of these, I would rather have Cohort on the battlefield. So let's save the Jackal in hand. I can also go Jackal Familiar plus hold up in Pyroblast this turn, which would be powerful because it lets me save my Bushwhacker, and it lets me counter a spell this turn, but this is a little bit better if I draw another Bushwhacker later. Yeah, alright, so play my land. Trigger my Goblin Cohort. Doesn't actually trigger, but enable my Goblin Cohort to attack. Bash for 5, and now I have 2 Pyroblasts open. So I can't counter removal or Chittering Rats, but I can counter Seagate Oracle and card draw for them to try to find their lands. Might as well get rid of that. I might need that 2/2. Alright, halfway there from 10 down to 5. Pass the turn with a Pyroblast up. Is it good enough? Chittering Rats, I was going to say, isn't even enough to keep them alive, assuming my creatures can attack next turn. But together with a Radiant Fountain, it would be. So hopefully this is a Seagate Oracle and not a Chittering Rats that's about to come down. Oh, it's a rat, which means I have to... Well, I guess I could have Pyroblasted a land here and just not let it do anything. But I didn't think about that until it was too late, and I had already hit okay. Alright, take them down to 5. Still have the Pyroblast back up. It's not even clear whether it would have been a good idea for me to get rid of the Pyroblast. It might be better than drawing a random card. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. It by itself isn't scary, but it could potentially find like a Chainer's Edict, which is a little bit annoying since I have exactly lethal on the board right now. Or it could help them find an untapped land to play another Chittering Rats or something. It's not about the Preordain itself, it's about the fact that it could enable other black spells that the Pyroblast wouldn't been able to take care of by itself. Alright, if I draw a creature, I win, I think. So the Cohort can attack. Alright, there it is. They have to have a removal spell. There's 5 damage is coming over their way. Doomblade. Alright, you got it. You fall to 2. Dead to any burn spell I draw, and dead if either of these get in for damage next turn somehow. Have to draw a creature for that to happen. Chainer's Edict. This is the only one that can attack if I don't draw a creature, so there is some argument into getting rid of a Cohort and keeping the Bushwhacker since it has 2-turn lethal. But the difference between hitting them for 1 damage with this and then them playing a blocker and it not being able to hit for damage is pretty minimal. Whereas the difference of being able to draw a creature, say not this next turn, but the turn after, and both of these being able to attack into a single blocker, is a pretty large difference. So I don't think this 1 power thing is worth a lot to me. Chainers again, okay. I draw a creature, I win, and I drew a mountain. But I still have to play it. I can't fake like it's something else because they have Chittering Rats in their deck. And I would hate to get that put back on top of my library. I can still draw a Magma Jet or Lightning Bolt at any time and win. They play a land into Muldrifter, draw back up to 3 cards. Goblin Heel Cutter. Alright, that's game. Boom. Alright, and our opponent concedes. On to the next match.